I noticed the first $12,000 missing and still didn't say anything. That is the fact, not a feeling, not a suspicion. I saw the balance, compared it to my own records, and chose not to act. I didn't freeze. I didn't panic. I simply moved on with my day. I went to work. I answered emails. I ate the lunch I had packed the night before. I told myself I would look at it again later. I never did. Before that moment, my life was structured around routine and verification. I am not careless with money. I track it. I reconcile statements. I know what I earn, what I spend, and where it goes. I have accounts at Chase and Vanguard. I have a high-yield savings account at Marcus. I own my house outright. No mortgage since 2016. I am the kind of man who keeps old statements in labeled folders, both digital and paper. I do not rely on memory for numbers. My weekdays were consistent. Wake at 5:40 a.m., coffee at 5:55, review overnight emails at 6:10, leave the house at 6:45. I work in operations for a regional logistics firm. Not glamorous, but stable. I manage schedules, costs, contracts. I am trusted because I do not miss details. That reputation mattered to me. It still does, though it is quieter now. I returned home every evening around 6:30 p.m. Dinner was simple: chicken, vegetables, rice. Television on low volume. Financial news, not for excitement, but habit. At 8 p.m., I reviewed the day's transactions if there were any. I checked balances twice a week, sometimes more. I went to bed at 10:30. Weekends were predictable. Saturday morning grocery run, Sunday afternoon yard work. Once a month, I logged into Vanguard to confirm retirement contributions. No surprises, no deviations. When she entered my life, it was not dramatic. No sweeping change. She did not disrupt my schedule at first. She fit into the empty spaces. She was a colleague's cousin, recently divorced, needed a place to stay temporarily while she got back on her feet. Those were her words. Temporary. That mattered. I had a spare bedroom. The house was quiet. Too quiet, according to some. I did not feel that way, but I understood the logic. We agreed on terms. She would contribute to utilities. She would buy her own groceries. No rent at first, since it was temporary. We wrote nothing down. That was the first deviation from my normal behavior. I told myself it was unnecessary for something short-term. She moved in with 2 suitcases and a laptop. She worked remotely in some kind of marketing role. I did not ask many questions. I did not need to. She paid her phone bill. She paid her car insurance. She appeared independent. At first, there was no shared money, no shared accounts. She had no access to my financial life. She did not ask. Small changes happened slowly. She asked if she could use my Costco card once. I agreed. She asked if she could put groceries on my card and Venmo me later. I agreed. She did Venmo me back the first few times, always within a day, always the correct amount. She asked if she could be added as an authorized user on one credit card for emergencies. I hesitated. Then I agreed. The card had a low limit, $5,000. I monitored it weekly. Nothing unusual appeared. She stayed longer than expected. 3 months became 6. We adjusted. She paid a flat amount toward utilities. We didn't calculate precisely. It felt easier that way. I told myself the simplicity was worth more than precision. She learned my routines. She knew when I checked accounts. She knew which bills were on autopay. She knew which ones I reviewed manually. She watched without comment. I did not consider that observation could be used. The first irregularity was minor. A $320 charge on the credit card for office supplies. She said it was for a freelance project, and she would reimburse me. She did, 2 days later. I noted it and moved on. The second irregularity was a $1,200 transfer from savings to checking that I did not initiate. The memo line read, "Internal." I assumed it was part of a scheduled transfer I had forgotten. I checked my calendar. Nothing noted. I told myself I would look into it later. I did not. Then came the 12,000. It was a Tuesday evening. I logged into Marcus. The balance was lower than expected, exactly 12,000 lower. The transaction history showed a transfer to my Chase checking account. Date, March 14th. I had not authorized it. I checked Chase. The money was gone. Multiple withdrawals over 3 days, ATM and online purchases. I did not confront her. I did not call the bank. I closed the laptop and made dinner. Why? Because everything else was stable. Because confronting it would introduce chaos. Because I did not want to be wrong. Because if I acted, I would have to accept that I had allowed access I should not have. Because my identity was tied to control, and this contradicted it. I told myself there was a rational explanation, a delayed bill, a forgotten investment, a mistake that would correct itself. I had seen errors before. They were usually resolved quietly. Over the next 2 weeks I watched. Smaller amounts disappeared. $500, $750, $2,000. Always transferred internally first. Always dispersed quickly. I told myself that if it reached a certain threshold, I would act. I did not define the threshold. She behaved normally, paid for groceries occasionally, cooked dinner once a week, talked about work stress, mentioned a possible promotion. She did not act guilty. She did not act nervous. That reassured me more than it should have. I reviewed my accounts more frequently, daily, sometimes twice a day. I noticed patterns. Transfers always happened late at night. Withdrawals followed within hours. She was often awake late. I told myself that was coincidence. I considered changing passwords. I did not. That would signal suspicion. I did not want to accuse without certainty. I already had certainty, but I did not frame it that way. By April, the total was over 30,000. I documented everything in a spreadsheet: dates, amounts, accounts. I did not share it with anyone. I told myself I was preparing, not avoiding. She asked if she could use my laptop one evening. Hers was updating. I said yes. I watched her type. I recognized my banking site. I said nothing. She did not try to hide it. That was the contradiction that should have ended it. Instead, it reinforced my paralysis. If she was that open, then maybe it was allowed. Maybe I had forgotten granting permission. Maybe I had agreed at some point and simply did not remember. I searched my email for any record of consent. There was none. The confirmation came quietly. A letter from Vanguard, paper mail. I rarely receive it. It informed me of a change to my beneficiary designation. I had not made one. The new beneficiary was her. Dated April 22nd. I did not ask her about it. I did not call Vanguard immediately. I sat at the kitchen table and read the letter twice. Then I folded it and put it in a drawer. At that point, the amount taken exceeded 50,000. Retirement funds had not been liquidated yet, but the intent was clear. The certainty was complete. She moved out in May, said she found a place closer to work, thanked me for my help, left a note on the counter. No apology, no acknowledgement. She took her suitcases. She did not take anything else. After she left, I contacted the banks, filed reports, changed passwords, closed accounts. The response was procedural. Some funds were recovered. Most were not. Because access had been granted. Because transactions were authorized. Because delay implied consent. Legal action was possible. Costly. Uncertain. I chose not to pursue it. Stability again. Avoidance again. My routines collapsed briefly. Sleep was irregular. Appetite decreased. Then they returned. Modified. I now check accounts 3 times a day. I no longer allow anyone access to anything. I do not host. I do not help. The house is quiet again. Quieter than before. I continue working. I continue saving. The numbers are smaller. The trust is gone. I did not learn a lesson. I did not grow. I adjusted downward. I noticed the first 12,000 missing and still didn't say anything. That remains the most accurate description of who I am. The total loss was $86,400. That is the number that remained after everything was counted, disputed, and closed. Chase reimbursed $9,200. Marcus returned nothing. Vanguard froze the account for 6 weeks and then unlocked it with new credentials. The beneficiary designation was reversed, but only after a notarized affidavit and a phone call that lasted 43 minutes. No charges were filed. The attorney I spoke to explained it calmly. Access had been granted. Delays implied consent. Patterns mattered more than intent. I paid the consultation fee in cash and did not schedule a follow-up. I reorganized my accounts. I closed 2 credit cards. I opened a new checking account at a different branch. I moved my savings into staggered certificates so transfers would take longer. These changes did not restore anything. They only slowed future damage. My routines collapsed quietly. I stopped checking balances at night because I could not sleep afterward. I started checking them in the morning instead. Then at lunch. Then again before leaving work. I no longer host anyone in my home. The spare bedroom stays empty. The door remains closed. Nothing else in my life changed visibly. I kept my job. I kept my house. I kept my schedule. But everything runs smaller now. I buy cheaper groceries. I postponed a roof replacement. I reduced my retirement contributions by 4%. I trust fewer systems. I trust no people. The last transfer happened on April 29th at 11:47 p.m., $1,200. It cleared while I was asleep. I noticed the first $12,000 missing and still didn't say anything. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want more stories like this.